All right, welcome to another episode of Kitchen Creations with Chef Alex Hamilton.
Hi.
All right, so we've got another lineup of different flavors, different beverages on the kegerator here. And it's not just kombucha. We've got a couple of different colas and then even a Switchel. So, you know, I was like, getting my usual fill yesterday. Is like, oh, we got some new flavors on tap. I ended up going with the blueberry spruce lilac, which has an incredible, absolute gorgeous color. So we're gonna pour, we're gonna taste, we're gonna talk, and invite you to come down, have some little samples, and grab yourself a carbo or a howler, a growler, or even just a cup. So let's start with this one here. Woo! Look at that color.
So nice.
Nice. Okay, so what inspired blueberry, spruce, and lilac? I mean, what a spring treasure.
Okay,
what a spring treat.
And that's exactly it, right? I mean, blueberries, we get a good amount of beautiful blueberries from a farmer down near Lethbridge, organic and everything. So they freeze them, but you know, they're amazing blueberries, Alberta growing. And then I was just like, we were out getting spruce tips and lilac, and I was like, you know, I really want to see lilac in more drinks. So,
right. Yeah. Okay. Well, 'tis the season for spruce tips and lilac. Yeah.
That's great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's like that spruce, the hint of spruce. I mean, spruce is like, you know, like I think you mentioned to me is like these conifers are like the citrus of the north, you know.
Really are.
Where like I was having some fir actually, and it was like very grapefruity versus like the you know, like the lime of like larch, and then the lemon of spruce, you know. And so blueberry and lemon are just such a good combo, and very, you know, ubiquitous with like just like flavor synergy. So it's like, well, why not spruce, you know, like get that. And
absolutely. No, I totally love the conifers. We're a land filled with them, and excited to see it getting integrated into more culinary creations. As a wild food, this is something that I wild harvested. You've been picking a bunch as well, and love seeing it getting integrated into the kitchen. And so that's a fermented one, so that's a kombucha base. Yeah. Okay, well, let's try the next kombucha. So we got rhubarb, cardamom, and lilac. Okay, well, that one sounds amazing. And we've had a couple sources for rhubarb, including rhubarb from my garden.
Yes,
and we got a local supplier as well. I mean, it's just one of those like powerhouse perennials that it's old reliable, you know, like it comes up, it's just full of life, full of vitality. You can just hack it down, and then it just puts out more shoots. And
it's so cool to see a lot of the laneways of Calgary, like the old laneways and like Bridgeland, West Hillhurst, and all that. You can see tons of rhubarb growing everywhere. You know, because it was such a popular and amazing perennial that keeps on giving.
And again, reliable. You know, when you're not relying on the grocery stores, you need to rely on you know the plants that you know will like come up and provide. And rhubarb is one of those. So okay, let's give this a try.
And the floralness of the lilac, I can get that at the end.
No, totally. But then it's also like anchored with the spice of the cardamom. Right? And neither is actually overpowering. So it's kind of like, it's kind of what you want in a beverage, right? Nice, like full spectrum. You got your flower notes, which are kind of high notes. You got the citrus, but then you got that grounding spice, and then the fruitiness is in there. And okay, so good.
And then this one, we decided to put in the kegerator because it's such a cool, you know, idea to have cola and root beer. So you're going to see root beer a lot in the kegerator, more than the bottles, just because it can hold the carbonation better and dispense it better. Because they get very carbonated here, because we do like it's made with a ginger bug and a kefir culture, so it's like ultra powered. But I mean, it needs it though for the traditional, because traditional cola and traditional, well, not like the ultra traditional cola, but like, you know, the tincture, or not the tincture, but like just the recipes of, you know, the early 1900s was with ginger and star anise and all that.
Hello. All right. Okay. So again, more wild foods, wild flavors incorporated in here. So poplar bud, another like incredible tree that grows abundantly in this landscape. We all know it, love it. The smell, but it's also the taste.
Yes.
Okay.
And also Ivan's chai in this too.
Amazing. So Ivan's
Fireweed.
chai, yeah, if you don't know, that is fireweed. Just, again, abundant across the landscape, you know, utilizing what's growing around us,
Totally.
you know, realizing their benefits, their properties, and flavor-wise, you know, like the poplar bud really brings in that kind of like caramel, you know, like the dark, earthy caramel notes. You've got the fireweed, which is kind of filling that spectrum of herbaceous, you know, but fruity because of the way that you prepare it, you know, like fermenting it, oxidizing it, and wow, what a great pairing with all those cola spices.
Oh, totally. It's I love it.
Secret recipe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, orange, lemon, nutmeg.
Yeah.
Like, it's surprising what actually goes
star
into
anise.
star
And
anise.
we actually use hydrosol that's made here as well. So that's such a powerful ingredient for like medicinally and also just you know, like for flavor. It's amazing.
Okay, that's an absolute hit.
Yeah.
So we do have our pine pollen switchel. This is kind of the second tank of it. The first one was absolutely enjoyed and super loved.
Yeah.
So we have that going again. We've already talked about that in a video.
So
just
good.
like,
it's so good.
wow, look how kind of amazing and just
There's
yellow.
like a lot of pine pollen.
There's a lot of pine pollen in there. Okay, great.
Oh, yeah.
Very
So
cool.
good.
Yeah. All right. No, love those flavors. More conifer goodness.
Yeah.
Mixed with the sourness of apple cider vinegar, balanced out with some beautiful honey, and wow, great creation.
And I think what I always want to make sure is that we have at least one wild food in every beverage. No matter what it is in here, you're going to find a wild food that is usually foraged by one of us. So.
Totally. So wild food, probiotics, you know, fruits and berries, locally grown. Like, geez, this is the best thing going in town for sure.
Okay.
So, and of course, you know, the kitchen does continue to produce the ones that are kind of bottled in-house. So made and bottled in-house. So we got Firefly, which is a blue butterfly pea with a little like of cayenne.
Yeah.
Good one. And there's always a great rotation of what you're doing in the bottles, so that's always an option. But if you really want to kind of like, you know, fill up, get your growlers, get your howlers, it's also by the cup. Come have a sample, and this will kind of be on seasonal rotation. So yeah, come enjoy these and stay tuned for what we have coming next.
Totally.
Okay. Yeah, enjoy.